Frosty.
Frosty. Frosty. Frosty.
Hey guys, I'm a couple days late with this vlog update, and I'm really sorry about that. I had the option of pre-recording this on Monday or Tuesday, and then having it edited and uploaded and whatever by Wednesday, but I figured coming in a couple days late would be worthwhile if it meant that I could talk to you guys about this election. And so here I am to give my 2 cents on our new president. As everyone pretty much knows at this point, it looks like Donald Trump has been elected as our president for the next 4 years. And a lot of people are panicking, and a lot of people are celebrating. I mostly want to reach out to the people who are panicking right now, because I feel like if you're celebrating, you're already happy. But maybe you can listen to this one too and take something away from it. I want to open up by saying, however I phrase the next few statements in this vlog, I am neither happy nor sad with the way this election turned out. My most honest feelings are I don't think either of these candidates are great representatives of who they are. For example, I think that there are better choices to represent women and women's rights than Hillary Clinton. A big part of it is because her husband was already in office, and as unfair as that sounds, I really don't like the idea of political dynasties. The fact that we have two Bushes as presidents so close together, in and of itself, freaks me out a lot, and I'm just not ready to find out how much money a family can take in when a husband and a wife both end up serving terms as president, because that's what happens is you get a paycheck for the rest of your life, and it's just going to cause so many more issues, because if he's making a full set and we decide to cut hers down because they're a family, and it's not a problem we have to deal with right now, something maybe in the future, I don't know. I like the idea of a woman president. I feel like we need someone who's going to better represent one. The same goes for Trump. Trump is a representative of non-traditional political leaders. What I mean by that is he does not have a background in going to school for several years to be a politician. He doesn't have all this knowledge of things that are kind of pointless as far as I'm concerned. I guess learning how to debate is a neat and necessary tactic, but other than that, I feel like it's mostly just history. And since politicians are the only job I can think of where you get paid to do nothing and close down early, I feel like having other representation in office besides just politicians is a great thing. But Trump has a history that a lot of people agree with and a lot of people don't agree with. And my fear is by choosing someone who's such a powerful figurehead that we're going to have trouble electing more alternate leaders for politics. One of the things that I've talked about with my friends before is how great it would be if our senators and our House of Representatives were filled with more farmers and artists and engineers and scientists, people from different job backgrounds who understand their states and understand things differently than just, oh, I'm a politician. Anyway, I'm getting off topic. I'm sorry. I really want to try to focus on this calming down people thing, because I have seen some very negative posts on Facebook from friends of mine. For anybody who doesn't know, I live in Minnesota. I'm just going to throw it out there. It's why I call this channel Frosty. I mean, okay, there's a lot longer thing than that goes into it. For the main part, it's because I live in Minnesota. Minnesota went to Clinton, so it's weird to me that there are so many people around me who are panicking about the people who didn't vote and, oh my god, what's going on? Because it's like, I mean, even if the people who lived here voted, we still voted against the person that you don't want in office. This state agreed with you, apparently. Don't get mad at me or other people. What I'm trying to get to here is all this panicking is very reminiscent of 8 years ago. And I'm saying this as someone who was in the 8th grade at the time. A lot of my friends were upset. I mean, I can't even tell you how many of them thought that because Obama was going to be president, that everything was going to be just destroyed. The world was going to collapse. We were all going to die. And a lot of people are feeling that way now. And I feel like it's a lot of the people who were happy for Obama are now upset about Trump. And I don't know if that's just the rock being passed around in this weird political game we're playing or what, but I want everyone who's scared of what the next 4 years to be like to just remember that 8 years ago we had a president come in who was going to shake up everything, and we're still here. You know, maybe you love what he did, maybe you don't, but we're not dead. We're not in some political terrifying place, and freaking out now instead of letting Trump have his chance isn't going to help anybody. He got elected for a reason, and the best thing we can do is hope. You've got to hold out hope, and you've got to believe that good will win out. That's where I'm standing on this. And I know a lot of people look at me and they think, oh, well, that's easy for you to say. You're a white male. You're privileged. You don't have to worry about anything that might happen. And in a lot of ways, you're right. I am a male and I am white, and I don't realize how privileged I am because I'm so fixated on the things that go wrong for me. I'm also autistic, and so I'm more invested in what's going to happen to special needs people. And I'm very openly bohemian gypsy. So if there's a culling of people of different races, you can bet that I'm going to stand in line with those people because I identify more with my bohemian side than the Caucasian part of me, which technically identifies me as another. It's a country without a land. You know, Czech Republic sits on where my, I think, great grandfather came from. I honestly can't remember. I think it was my great grandfather. Could have been my great grandmother. One of them was Irish. Not perfect at my genealogy, okay? I'm sorry. I have some things to be worried about, and I have a lot of things that I don't. Regardless, I'd like to think that even if I weren't white and male, I'd still be as relaxed as I am about this, because that's the only rational position you can have right now. A lot of scary things could happen, and a lot of scary things might not happen. I guess that's really all I have to say about this one. We've got to keep hope alive. And as long as we do that, I think everything's going to be all right. I'll talk to you guys next week when I've got a bit more to talk about. I feel like the most important part of my message this week was just to make sure that everyone stays calm, and I really hope that you start to feel all right. I genuinely hope that everyone will feel all right. I'll see you guys next week. Have a great one.